So this is the cold start video on the Renault 5. You can see the lights are on. Just whip round to the front. Brill. So if you want to start the car for me. Brill, and then if you want to give it a couple of and just to show, there's no lights. Well, I can't see any lights on the dash other than the fuel gauge, I think.
That's handbrake, and that's good.
Cool, perfect, thank you for that. Here we are, we're out on the first drive in the 1989 Renault 5 Automatic. It's a 1.4, it's a great day as always. I'm with the owner and he's going to tell us about how the car runs and drives. So, when you're ready, sir.
Let's get through past these up first. It's a surprisingly responsive car for something of its age and small engine. I suppose it's probably because it's so light. I've never had an automatic before, but I quite like this one. Because the one thing, you always know what gear you're in with only 3 speeds. As an aside, the worst drive of my life ever was a New Zealand mountain pass with a CVT transmission. You didn't know what you were doing. With this one, you can always tell what gear you're in. And the gearbox works perfectly, the kickdown is fine. It changes pretty well when I expect it to, which I've never met in any other automatic I've driven. And then it's only got 3 speeds to change between, what, 6 or 7.
Yeah. Is it? Does it hang on to gears any longer than it should do? Is there any kind of crunching or grinding when switching between reverse or anything like that?
No, nothing at all. It responds to accelerator pressure. The harder you press, the longer it takes to change, as it should. No, I mean, I haven't been able to fault the transmission. We're stuck in a jam. The engine's warmed up enough now to switch the choke off. It doesn't take too long.
How's the engine been since you've had it? Have you run into like any issues with it or anything like that at all? Or
no issues at all with the engine. Haven't done a lot of miles, as I mentioned, but it runs perfectly well. And I say it's quite a lively engine, but noisier perhaps than I'm used to, but not given the age of the car. I think it's fair enough.
Yeah, it's probably about right. They had a bit more character than they do now. How's the suspension feel? Obviously, the roads here in the UK are.
Well, we got some pretty awful roads. I recently bought a Focus, the active version, which is supposed to handle rough roads better. It does them no better than this one.
And bearing in mind this is what 89, and that one's probably
2 years.
Yeah, like it. I think it goes a long way. But I mean, I suppose if you were nipping around the streets of Paris on the cobbles and stuff, you'd need it to soak up the road surface quite well.
Yeah, I mean, the French are known for their suspension.
Yeah, that's it. And how's the steering? I know we're in a tight spot now, and there's no power steering on it, but
No
kind
power
of when we're
steering, but
moving.
no, it's perfectly fine. I mean, nothing unexpected with it, exactly as you expect. And I'm used to non-power steering, and this is as good as any of those. Get out the way of the things coming.
Yeah, no,
You've chosen a good time for this, yeah?
no, it's not. It's not quite gone to plan. We said first drive, but it's kind of more kind of
That's cool.
sit in traffic. But I mean, that's okay.
School chuck out.
We'll keep it running a bit longer than normal, just so
We don't have a choice, I don't think.
just so the viewers can see that the car does in fact run as it should do. Brakes. That's a question. Obviously, we're in traffic. It's an auto.
No,
Spend a lot of time on the brakes.
Yeah, no, they're fine. I had the brake fluid changed earlier this year, but the brakes are actually quite effective.
So
There is a servo resistance with it.
yeah. So would I be right in saying that the pedal feels quite
Oh, it's fit.
good? There's not like much travel in the pedal,
No,
or
not much. Well, again, just as it should, I think. I'm going to be able to get out of that. That's it. Right.
cool, perfect. Okay, well now we're moving, so
Just about.
I guess we can almost just.
Till the next traffic light.
Oh yeah, I spoke too soon. I was gonna say, guess we can
Johnny's not real.
almost appreciate the simplicity of this vehicle. Oh, there's a Mazda. Right, I will resume this again when we are actually moving. First drive part 2. We are now moving. We're not stuck in traffic anymore. As you can see, the car is in drive. The steering wheel is, well, where it should be, I suppose. Speedo is, I'm going to say 30. Probably doing about 30.
Just under.
And then
Slowing down because of traffic.
you can see brakes. Yeah, it's like I said to you earlier, it's a very cute car, and it's quite an experience to be in my opinion. I don't know if there's anything else that maybe you wanted to add. How long you've had the car for, or?
Well, I've had it about a year, and as I said, the idea was to use it for club weekends and rallies away, as I have done with previous classics. But health issues, not mine, but my wife's, means we have to forget that.
Yeah. No, that,
So I'm looking for something older I can take apart and rebuild in the garage. And this, I did wonder about this, but this is just in too good a condition to start taking apart.
yeah. Okay, cool. Well, dare I say that probably covers everything. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for that. Much appreciated.